Hey everyone, Brent from BC Dubs. Just a quick tour around my local record store, Jesse Carl's Vinyl. Not a long video, just a little intro of what they have here. First, we're going to look at, this is their wall of older stuff that they have. You'll see a Styx record there. Have a really good selection for such a small, compact store, but it's a really good selection of records. This is their reissue section that they have. Tons of reissues, some of their record cleaning stuff there. And there's some of their CDs. They got a huge wall of cassettes here, you'll see. But yeah, if you're looking for some good music, go in there and check them out. Let's see what we picked up. Hey everyone, Brent from BC Dubs here to bring you folks another music related video. It's been an amazing week, been on vacation all week. I have some videos in my feed. If you folks want to go back and watch them, if you're interested at all about me and Camden and our family on the BC Dubs family on vacation. We have some beach videos. I broke a couple of boogie boards, and I just uploaded a video earlier today, kind of a vlog of our trip to Universal Studios. But today we're going back to the discography collection that we're trying to complete. Remember, we're trying to complete 3, which is Our Lady Peace, the Blue Oyster Cult on vinyl, and Chevelle on CD. So without further ado, let's get into it. If you find this video watchable, please leave a like, turn those bell notifications on so you'll be notified each and every time we post a video. We try to post 3 to 4 videos a week. And comment down below, how was your folks' week? Were you able to find anything you were searching for on vinyl or CD out there in the wild, or any music that takes you back to a special time and place that you can remember? So like I said, without further ado, I got some new vinyls that we picked up today, and we got an update on the Our Lady Peace discography that we're trying to complete, and we have an update on the Blue Oyster Cult vinyl discography that we are also trying to complete. So went to 2 record stores. You'll see one in the intro of this video, Jesse Carl's Vinyl. You've heard me talk about it on the channel many times. It's my favorite little honey hole to go find records. They had some really great ones there today. They had 2 Merciful Fate albums, original presses in there today. A little outside my budget. I think one was like $49 and the other one was 50 something. Looked through, they were kind enough to let me look through the music that they're going to put out tomorrow. They haven't put it out yet, but the guy let me look through them. They had some Pink Floyd stuff in there and some other stuff. But it was a little higher priced than I like to pay. I seem to be running this trend where I'm overpaying for vinyl. Let me know in the comments down below. Does this seem to happen to you? I mean, sure, I can do the research and look on Discogs and then go into a record store and then look on eBay or whatever else. But it seems like every time I go out, and I know it's price sensitive based on condition and on the album jacket, at least going into an actual record store, I can look with my own eyes, and I'm not just trusting what somebody's saying on the internet. So that's what I like to do. I like to brick and mortar it. But I seem to always overpay. Does this seem to happen to you folks? Because I'll go buy the record, I'll come back and look it up on Discogs, and it's just like $6 or $7 cheaper. Now, I am not taking shipping in account to that, and maybe that's what it is. But let me know. Have you ever bought an album kind of like on a rush deal? You saw it, you're like, oh, I better grab it. Because I don't know if I'll see it in the wild again, and then you grab it, and then like that day or the next day you're looking it up on Discogs, like, oh man, I overpaid by like 20 bucks. It's happened to me a couple of times, so trying to get better at that. So let's get into some of the vinyl pickups that I've got today. I've got some coming on Whatnot, and we'll get into that in a minute. So this, you see, folks have seen this before. This is Blue Cheer's second album. I think this is their second album. I showed this on the channel. Well, the reason I'm showing that is because today I was able to pick up, I believe this is Blue Cheer's first record. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe this is their first record. And you'll notice that on this copy, for all my old heads out there that know what this record looks like, this is a lot more blue. The original has a lot more silver. This is a 1978 pressing. The original came out in 1968. So this was a pressing from 1978. That's why the album jacket looks a lot different. I do know where there is an original of this. The guy wants 50 bucks for it. It's in very good shape. I probably will get that. But in the meantime, for what I paid $18 for this. The record's in very, very good shape. It does not have the original sleeve, which is why I didn't think $17 was too bad of a price for a great album. But the record itself is just super, let me try to get it, I don't want to touch it. It's super clean. So, you know, at least in the meantime, until I can afford to get that original pressing that the guy has at 360 Unlimited, I can throw this on and listen to it and enjoy it, which is what I plan to do. So we now have 2 of Blue Cheer's albums. There's a third one that I want to get, and we'll get to that. Now, this is a record from 1983, I believe. This is called Axe. It's only 38 minutes long. It's Nemesis. It's a little, it's hard rock / heavy metal / hair metal. But some really, really killer guitars on this record. And the vocalist is, you know, he does a pretty good job in my opinion. If you haven't heard this album, give it a listen. This is Axe Nemesis. Give it a listen on YouTube or Spotify, wherever you get your music. I think you'll enjoy it. It's worth the pickup for $9. So I grabbed it. Like the album art too. Alien holding the guitar in the flames with the lightning bolt. You can't beat it. I've told you folks this many, many times before. The album art gets me hooked in. This one got me hooked in, but obviously before I just reached out and grabbed it, I listened to a little bit of the clips on YouTube and said, you know what? It's good enough for me to bring it home. For $9, you can't go wrong. So pick that up. Pick this up today. This is a greatest hits per se. That's a 1974 Pitman press. Let me get this out. This is the Grateful Dead. Skeletons from the Closet. Really, really cool album art. I don't have any Grateful Dead in my collection. Not the biggest Grateful Dead fan, but I do enjoy some of their stuff. So I figured, you know, getting like a collection of some of their better known songs would be a good idea for me. So saw this, it was fairly priced. Picked it up today at the record store. It's in really good shape. It also has the original sleeve, which is good. But yeah, some of the songs on here that you folks may recognize from the Grateful Dead, you know, Truckin' and Rosemary, songs like that. Some of their better known songs are on this record. So I thought, hey, you know what? For somebody that doesn't know a whole hell of a lot about the Grateful Dead, this seems like a good idea to buy this record. I know there's some Deadheads out there that know every song, and they'll say, hey, well, you know, that's some of their worst stuff. You need to go get this album or that album. And I'm not trying to get all of Grateful Dead's albums. I don't know what they got, like 150 records. I'm not trying to get all their records at $50 to $60 a piece. So I went with the compilation. Now, those are all new to the channel, and the one I'm fixing to show you is new to the channel. Now, I said I will mention something about Whatnot a little later on, so let me know if you folks experience this. So I follow a couple sellers on Whatnot, and Whatnot is a good place to get vinyl. So far, has been my experience. But the one thing about it, it's really slow to get here to me. So I purchased, I think now, 2 albums on Whatnot, and it's taken almost 2 weeks for each one to get to me. And I purchased 2 more. I purchased one on Tuesday, and I purchased one on Wednesday of this week. The first one I purchased was on Tuesday. It won't even be here next Tuesday. So it's a minimum for me. What I've noticed, it's a minimum 7-day wait, and you can't really track it like you can if you purchase something on Amazon or on eBay or something like that. So it's a little bit sketchy to me. So far, so good. I've gotten all the packages and all the records that I've ordered from Whatnot. It is fairly reasonable price. I do like the way you bid and how your card's already hooked up. I do enjoy that. Matter of fact, when we get done from making this video, I'm going to go on to Whatnot. There's a seller that's got, you guessed it, a Blue Oyster Cult album in his shop. He wants 30 bucks for it. I think it's a little high. I'm gonna see if I can't talk him down. But anyway, that's my spiel on Whatnot. Let me know what y'all's folks' experiences is on Whatnot, especially specifically with buying vinyl records. So, the Blue Oyster Cult discography on vinyl. And, I've got to do better and pick a more popular band for some of you folks that are out there. I don't know. I picked Sponge first, was my first discography. It didn't get a lot of traction, and I get it. And now I'm picking Blue Oyster Cult, their discography on vinyl. I'm picking that, and maybe that doesn't get a lot of traction. But you know what? I like a good challenge, and Blue Oyster Cult seemed like a challenge since they do have a total of 16 full studio albums all the way up to 2024 with, I think there's an album called Ghosts or something like that, which they just released. But we're well on our way, and the story about Whatnot pertains to this. I was able to buy Blue Oyster Cult. I was hoping it was going to be here for this video. I was able to purchase Blue Oyster Cult Spectres, which is their 4th studio album that they have. So that's coming in the mail. That'll be here on Tuesday. But what I was able to get up in my local record store, so we'll call it LRS instead of an LCS, which is for local card store, but at my LRS was Blue Oyster Cult Club Ninja, which is super cool that I was able to walk in and find this. It's a record from 1983. I mean, this copy is just clean. I mean, clean. Almost too clean. Yeah. Well, I don't know. It's clean, man. It's original. Here's the paper sleeve. The album is in really killer shape. Just in really clean shape. Can't wait to let this one spin. I'm kind of backing up on Blue Oyster Cult listens. The one that I brought and showed you guys in the last video, Secret Treaties, I haven't even listened to that yet. Let me get this in here. Bear with me. Yeah, but Blue Oyster Cult Club Ninja, cool album art, got the symbol and everything. So that gives me 4 of their studio albums out of 16. Spectre is coming, which gives me 5. So I'm going to look tonight and see if I can get some more. I couldn't have picked a more daunting task from a band to try to complete on vinyl, but hey, we're going to give it a shot, see how it goes. So we have, the Club Ninja, their original release, which is self-titled. Their second release, which is Tyranny and Mutation. Their Blue Oyster Cult's third release, which is Secret Treaties. And Off Your Knees and On Your Feet, which is a live album. Which, I told you folks before, I'm not trying to buy all the Blue Oyster Cult albums. They got like 20 of those, plus all the bootlegs. I just am solely focused with all these bands that I'm trying to complete their discography on, their studio albums. Now, Our Lady Peace update was at my LRS today, and I was able to come across Clumsy. So yes, you guys can finally not have to see the album anymore that I have to keep showing. I feel like I'm trying to show it off, and I'm really not. It's just my only copy. I know I showed that record 1,000 times on my channel, but I said in my previous video that we wanted to get any band's discography that had their first release after 1990 on CD, any band that had their first release before 1990 on vinyl, and that's what we're doing. So I did not have a physical copy of Our Lady Peace Clumsy on CD, but I have it now, which is super cool. And then that gives us Clumsy, and then Gravity, and then Spiritual Machines. And then we have this, which is a compilation, which I've mentioned before. We have Burn Burn. We have Happiness Is Not a Fish That You Can Catch. We have Curve. Get a little thick here. And we have Navid. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I'm not counting that compilation one, of their 8 studio albums on CD. We're still missing Spiritual Machines 2 and Somethingness, and we will have completed all of the Our Lady Peace albums on CD, which, you know, I'll look on eBay today. I'm going to have to find a little bit better deal on, excuse me, on Spiritual Machines 2 and Somethingness. They seem a little high priced to me. Both copies of both those albums that I've seen on eBay, I couldn't find a listing cheaper than $20 plus shipping on either one of those two. So we'll just hold our hands on that one and just hold our feet, because we don't want to overpay. I mean, I really enjoy making this musical content for you folks, but it does get expensive to bring new albums and vinyl to you folks every time in this video. But I feel like, you know, I'm just getting my feet wet in this YouTube thing, and I feel like that's what I need to do. I don't have the money to go out and buy huge collections to go through them with you guys, you know, one after the other on this channel right now. But I feel like my album collection has gotten good enough that I can start maybe getting and taking a few albums that I really don't like that much and trading those up to get some of the more sought after records, the $50 records. And I know to you true collectors out there, a $50 record isn't anything, but to me it's a lot. I have family support and everything else, so it's a lot. You know, my wife would kill me if I dropped $200 a week on vinyl records. So we're going to slow our roll. We're going to take it a little bit by a little bit, and we're going to grow this channel together. And the folks that are with me and that have been with me since the beginning will get to see this channel grow together. We'll eventually get to a Patreon. We'll eventually get the merch that we need and get some funding for the channel so that, hey, I can keep bringing great content to you guys. But one thing that would really help is leaving a like and leaving a comment, and turn those bell notifications on and share this video. It'd be really awesome to me. We're at 55 subscribers now. Our next goal is 100. We're really trying to get there. I appreciate all the viewership. If you guys like this video, go back and check out me and Cam's Universal video that we just posted. And then we'll see you on the next one.